everyone, welcome back. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, and we're going to do a get ready with me from makeup to hair. And yes, I have it all tied back. Everything that I'm using, they're all basically new products or new products for me. They're from Sephora and from Beautylish. I'm excited. I have tried a couple of them. I do have my skincare on. What I did do was apply some of the Lorac oil primer. I think this one works really well, especially when I have a foundation that is a matte. I have normal skin. I just feel that this foundation, I'm going to be using the new NARS foundation. I've used it probably 3 or 4 times. I really like it. I think it lasts really well. My thoughts are that on my skin is that it lasts. I don't see any settling. I don't see any patchiness. I don't see any of that. The first time that I used it, I did apply some of the Flawless Finish by Charlotte Tilbury over it. And yeah, not needed. If you have oily skin, you will love this. If you have normal skin like I do, I think that you will also love it. Dry skin, my dry skin friends may not love this as much because it is a soft matte. And if you do use it, my suggestion is to use either this Lorac oil primer. I think Smashbox has one as well. There's many others, and don't use a powder over it. My opinion, but I'm not a makeup artist. All right, let's get started. I'm not going to show you the entire application of the foundation because that's like watching paint dry, but I did want to show you that it is a bit runny. It is supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation. I don't know if it oxidizes a bit. Maybe it does, because right now I'm looking at it and I'm seeing that it looks really light. Once I have it on and I apply the bronzer and everything else, then I think it's fine. I mean, like I said, I've worn it a few days and it's been fine. All right, I'll do the other side. Okay, foundation is on. Let's go in. This is not new. This is from Benefit. It is the Boing Concealer. I really like this. I just ordered a full size because this was a deluxe sample. Monica from Monica's Beauty and Lifestyle, she has spoken so highly of it. I really like it. Thank you, Monica, for that recommendation. It is awesome. It doesn't cake, it doesn't crease, it lasts all day. It's perfect. I know the foundation probably looks really light on camera, but it's actually not as light in person. It does seem to be a bit yellow. I may get another one just with a little bit warmer shade and mix it together. All right, let's warm this up. I'm using the Cover FX, and this is Sunset. You know, they were having the sale at Sephora, and I purchased the bronzer from Cover FX, and I purchased the foundation, the cream foundation and the compact. I think that they were $22 and they were on sale from, like, they were half price. So I thought it was a really good buy. I really like that foundation. If you like those compacts, this is the bronzer. And it's not too dark. It's certainly not orange. It's not orange at all. I usually don't apply bronzer this way, but I am now because this foundation is a bit light. What I really like about this bronzer is that it's not orange at all. For my brows, I'm using the Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and the Brow Wiz, and I'm using a soft brown, and I'll be right back. This is an oldie, but I absolutely love it, and this is from Anastasia. This is the Brow Gel. I actually had purchased one from Benefit, and I totally forgot as I was putting everything out, and I just remembered, but I'm not going to go back. I'll show you some other time. Not new at all. This is the Anastasia Pro Pencil. I love this pencil to carve my brows. I have been using this for years. I finished one and get the other. It just makes it look, in my opinion, just really finished, I guess would be the word. And I just do a little bit on top. And then I go with an angle brush. This is from Real Techniques. I've had this brush for eons, ages and ages. And I just spread it out and blend it. For my blush, I'm using the new one by Charlotte Tilbury, which is the Walk of No Shame. So pretty. I love Charlotte Tilbury blushes, and this one does not disappoint. I think it is so pretty. I hope you can't hear my dryer. It's an old dryer. I need to get a new dryer and a new washing machine. I could hear them. Hopefully you can hear them. For my palette today, I'm using the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I have used this a few times since I received it. Oh my gosh. I'm sure that you guys have seen this all over the place. So beautiful. I love this palette. If you love cool shades, I think this is gorgeous. I know that I've heard that it's very similar to the Sultry palette by Anastasia. I didn't bring that palette with me to Kansas, but I'll compare them once I get back to Florida. I'm going to start off with the one that says crease. And even though I usually don't follow directions, I think it's a good crease color. So I'm just going to apply it to my crease. Now I'll take a fluffy brush. I'm using all Sonia G brushes in case anybody wants to know. Just blending it so I don't have any harsh lines. I'm taking the one that's called Lash Line. Like I said, I don't follow directions. I'm using that one for my outer V. And I'm bringing it into my crease. And if it's a little messy, it's okay because I'm going to blend it in just a moment. Because I have hooded eyes, I want to make sure that I try to do as much of a lift as I possibly can. Now I'll blend. I'm going in with a shade that's called Center Eye, and I'm just going to apply this one with my fingers right in the center. Taking a 02 brush from Refer, I'm going to use the inner corner shadow, and I'm going to use it just for that, and I'm just going to pat. And I'm going to overlap it a little bit with the one that I placed on in the middle of my lid, and bring it up just a little bit. Now I'll take a pencil brush. I'm going to go back to the one that's called Lash Line, and I'm actually going to use it for the lower lash line. And then I'm going to bring it up. This is a really simple what I'm doing. I just wanted to show you how pretty these shadows work. I'm going to deepen up that outer V a little bit. And now I'm going to blend so I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to take the one that's called Transition, and I'm going to place it right under my brow. And now I'm going to mix it a little bit right above the crease just to make that a little less harsh there. I'm going to do the other eye. I'll be right back. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Dior primer. I love this primer. This is the second one I think that I purchased of this, and I really like it. It doesn't clump on me. It just I don't know, I think it just makes my lashes fuller without clumping. All of the primer, it doesn't clump at all. For my lower lash line, I'm using MAC. Because I have so many grays, what I do is I take the Wow powder It's a root powder, and I just cover the front. I just use it on all of my grays depending on the color of the wig that I'm going to be wearing. And many of you have asked why I wear wigs if I have so much hair and all of that. Well, lately, no one's been able to go to a salon. They just started opening recently. Wigs have just been a lifesaver, and I was talking to some of the ladies that wear wigs. Many of the ladies on our Facebook page, they wear wigs because they feel that having a wig or two that's very similar in the style and in the color of their own hair, just having one or two of those wigs really it allows for a good hair day every single day. And you know, you wake up, you haven't had time to dye it, you haven't had time to do your roots, you grab your wig, you put it on, and you walk out the door. I think wigs have come an awful long way since the time that my mother wore wigs back in the 70s. I had to go to the airport yesterday to take Wayne's daughter. She was heading back to Florida, and I wore this wig that I'm going to put on now, and the ticket agent said to me, "Your hair looks so beautiful. Where do you go? Do you have your hair done here in Wichita?" And I said, "No, I'm wearing a wig." All right, so the wig that I'm going to put on is called Marion, and it's by John Renault in the color Toffee Truffle. So I am going to put on my wig. Bring it back a little bit. Take the hairs out. Give it a comb. This is so, so pretty. I think I need a pair of earrings. I'll be right back. I just purchased these from Deo and Hawk. Aren't they pretty? I think they're so much fun. And I know this video has taken longer because I've been chatting with you. All right, let me know what you think about the makeup that I've used. I hope you've enjoyed this Get Ready With Me using new products from Sephora and Beautylish. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.